In CPT, we have export functionality. Because we are using content controls and they have established relationships, for example, objectives and endpoints seen here, we can export this data for other systems to use and still maintain the relationship we created. To export data, I would go to my CPT admin tab and click on the Export Data button. This will bring up a dialog box where I can select three different types of exports: clinical trials, custom, or UDRAC export. If I select clinical trials export and click next, I will be taken to a screen that'll show me my variables and content that exist in the protocol. Once I see my content here, I will see that my variables have already been pre-selected with clinicaltrials.gov variables needed for this type of export. If I want to change any of these variables, upon changing this type of export, I will see that my type of export has moved from clinical trials to custom. Once I've made my selections, I can click Next and I will select a location to save my export. By clicking on this button here, I will be taken to where I want my export to be saved. For this demo, I'm going to save it here at this folder. Upon selecting folder, I could then select if I want to export my variables or my content, and do I want an XML or an Excel format. If I select this Excel format, I will have two tabs, one for variables and one for content. For this demo, I'll just export an XML variable. Then I will click Next. I can also, because I've changed to a custom type of export, save my export name. In this example, I do not want to save my export, so I will simply click Export, and my export will begin. I will see that the system is processing my request, and it's currently exporting my variables. Once my export has completed, I will see this export process completed successfully. Next, I will see the File Explorer window open up, and I can select my export, right click. I'm going to open with Internet Explorer. And on the tab that opens, I can see my content that was in my CPT template. So here I can see my objectives and my endpoints, and I can see they still maintain the established relationship. Once I'm done viewing my XML, I can navigate back to my document and I can start a new export, or I can simply close the dialog box. And this is how a user would export data from the CPT template.